Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today's topic is gonna be how to handle criticism constructively. It's a topic that I really wanted to talk about, you guys, because it's really important. So if you guys didn't notice, I also cut my hair here, and my name is Anna, if you guys don't know me. But yeah, I went to the hairdresser. But yeah, that's for another video. So let's go. First step to how to handle criticism constructively is you have to understand the criticism, whether it's good, whether it's bad. Sometimes the person is really, he can very possibly can go through ever going through some sort of pain, some sort of loss. Yeah, we understand, we can understand that point, but you somehow have to realize that, always think about, when you receive a criticism, is this criticism like is affecting me in a good way or a bad way? Because sometimes we think, oh, this criticism is just like affecting me like in a bad way, so like it doesn't like necessarily affect me. Okay, but we have to also like understand their point, their perspective. Is their criticism constructively, or are they just insulting me in that kind of way? Because sometimes people who genuinely care about you will give you constructively good feedback. But on the other hand, people who are like, oh, you're such an idiot, you're such bad, no, that is not a constructive criticism. That is an insult. That is the person insulting you. So don't be like, oh, they're like just joking. No, it's not a joke. But you also have to understand that these things sometimes are serious. Not every joke is an insult, but a joke can be an insult also. Okay, what I want you to guys to understand, that criticism can be like positive and bad, like I said in the beginning again, but it can make our self lives feel better if a criticism is affecting us better, because it's a good feedback, it's something that we can improve on. If a person says to you, gives you an advice, or you need to improve in yourself because you know you're not good at that, you know you are that, blah blah blah, that is not first of all, that is not a constructive criticism. They're literally criticizing you without good feedback. Apologies. So this is how you understand criticisms. You analyze whether it's good or bad. Don't overcomplicate it. Just when you look at criticism, always think, is this advice or this things that this person is telling me, are they improving my life, or are they just insulting me out of the blue, or what is this? But honestly, know whether it's good or bad, the criticism. Second step on how to handle criticism constructively is listen and stay calm. Okay, I know that some people are gonna be like, oh, but how you're gonna stay calm if you're like insulting me, if you're like this? No, when you overreact to something, you give away your power, you give away your energy, your time to that person. Instead of overreacting, I want you next time that a person is screaming or shouting, I want you to sit in silence and look at that person in the eye and say nothing. nothing. It can be like work or school, it can be like everything. But do not overreact to situations like this, because I know that I was during school, I someone was, for example, at school, someone was screaming at me or shouting, and I started crying. I didn't know, I overreact. I didn't know how to react that time, because I was quite young. I was 13, 14. But I in that, when I cried and I told them, like, and I started to argue with them, they start to like laugh at me because I gave them my energy. I overreact. I did not stay calm. I did not listen. Okay. And when someone gives you a constructive um criticism, you have to take it for your own benefit. When someone is telling you, you gotta improve your lives, you gotta improve your life for the better, this is how well you done, this is how you can improve, take that criticism for your own benefit. Don't just say, oh, they're like insulting me, they're like saying this stuff. No, no, no. They're saying this to your own benefit. When someone gives you an advice to improve yourself, it's because they want you to become better. Not because of the criticism, oh, it's bad. No, no. They want you to become better. So become better and stay calm and listen. When you listen and you don't overreact, people are like, oh, this person is so unbothered. They don't know what you say, or they don't know how to um say things like this in a rude way, because they listen, they stay calm, they are unbothered. Okay, the key to stay unbothered is to not overreact over dumb stuff. Okay, I know this is gonna sound really really, how do you say, cheeky, but sometimes don't, like, just walk away from this situation, because these people, like, they don't know what other are doing to themselves. But don't overreact over these things. Like I said again, stay calm, stand on your ground, stand on your lane, and don't become like those people that scream and shout over dumb things that you don't know what they're doing. Okay, elegant people, they stay calm, they take criticism constructively, they know how to handle things, they just don't scream over dumb stuff. They know the power of elegance is not to overreact. So whatever you're thinking about shouting, about saying things to your ex friend, no matter what, don't overreact. Just walk away. Listen, and when you are taking advice, when someone gives you advice, when a teacher, when a friend gives you advice to improve yourself, take that advice and listen for your own benefit. If you think that is gonna benefit you anyway, of course, but don't overreact to that dumb stuff. Okay. And when you and the first step on how to handle criticism is to seek clarification. Okay, on this one, I know that I used to really struggle with handling criticism and doing all this stuff, but I know that someone is gonna listen to me, to this criticism, to how to handle criticism in this video. On how to handle criticism well is you seek clarification. And what do I mean by that? Is basically asking them for, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by what you say by the advice that you gave me? It's like when someone gives you a joke, tells you a joke, it's saying, oh, you're that, blah, 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 blues you, blah, blah. And you look them in the face and say, what do you mean by that? Can you explain a little bit? Okay, when you are in a situation like that, I would I would always recommend you to ask what the person said by that. Because obviously there's like bullies at school, can be bullies at work probably if they're not grown enough, of course. But obviously in this case we want to make sure that the criticism that is given is constructive and it's improving our lives for the better, not someone like bullying you. No, no, we want to seek clarification. Why is always ask yourself when someone is giving criticism in you, criticizing you in a bad way, why they're doing that. Are they going through some sort of trauma, some sort are their parents going through divorce, is their partner going through some stuff with them, is something happening with their life for them to criticize you in that way, for them to treat you in that way? Okay, we wanna analyze and seek clarification from that point. You guys know what I mean? Because there are some people who cannot explain by what they do to you. Okay, you have to be very, very specific when seeking clarification. You can ask, are you okay? Is everything okay going in your life? Because some people, they don't know what they're doing to you. They don't know why they're telling you this stuff, because maybe they're jealous, maybe you don't know this. But always seek clarification, because how why would you do some sort of things? And when you seek clarification, I want you to not overreact and stay calm, stay in your ground, like I said again. But always ask why. Like, why you doing that? Are you going through something? Is everything okay at home? Because maybe their parents or someone died or something happened. But always seek clarification, always stand on your lane, always stand on your ground. Don't overcomplicate things, and know the difference between a good handle criticism, a constructive criticism, and a criticism that is how do you say, is not constructive, is taken as a joke. So be yourself. Don't take criticism from people who are insulting you, from people who want to bully you. Take constructive criticism. Don't just say, oh, is this what I want to accept? Is this criticism? No, no. You have to understand the value of criticism. Someone can literally, like, constructively give you criticism that can literally change your life. But no, you decided to see that criticism as something, as a threat, and something. When your mom tells you wash the dishes, you need to do better in life, you need to do this because you're getting lazy. Take that as a motivation. I'm sorry, but some people need to hear this. You need to get up, hear your mom. Okay, listen to your mom. Don't just say, oh, she's just talking too much. No, she's not talking, she's talking the truth. So when someone says to you like bullseye insulting, it's not constructive criticism. Just know this. Okay, I know guys that today was a very short video because I ran out of time today, but I promise you guys that next in the next video it's gonna be a little bit longer. So as you guys can see, also I got my hair. I'm so happy. I did a Japanese treatment on my hair, cut it too, because I had split dead ends. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to click the subscribe button and the like button. I love you guys so much, so much. I just love all my subscribers, and I just can't wait to see you guys in the next video. So